already. Hi, how are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Pretty good. Can you tell me what the occasion is, what you're out here for?
Well, this is the 10th of November, and we're setting up for Veterans Day Parade that will commence with a ceremony at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning here in front of Dallas City Hall, and then we'll have a parade that will start down at the old Reunion Arena at 11:20 and proceed up here, so that by the time the ceremony is over, the parade will pass into review in front of City Hall. We're expecting quite a few out here tomorrow, and I was just setting up the display area. We have 25 different vendors that have decided, or organizations that have decided to display in honor of the veterans and let people know who they are and where they're located to assist veterans in needs that they might have.
And I see that you're retired Air Force. Can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing now, any kind of groups that you're involved in now, and what, well, let's start with that and then we'll come to the second part of the question.
Well, I'm currently on the board of directors for the Retired Enlisted Association, Chapter 97 here in Dallas. We meet on the second Thursday of the month at 413 West Jefferson for a monthly meeting. They will participate in the parade tomorrow. I also work with Citizens Police Academy in Carrollton with the Citizens on Patrol. I work with the South Denton County Community Emergency Response Team and the Medical Reserve Corps out of Denton County.
And you were telling me something, you mentioned something about helping men and women that had been in service at least 7 years. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, if you have 7 or more years as an enlisted person in any branch of the service, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, then that makes you eligible for full membership for the Retired Enlisted Association. From my standpoint, it makes no difference to me whether you're officer or you have less than 7 years enlisted, whatever. If you'd like to attend our meetings, come on. We can use all the ideas we can get. As people call me every once in a while and said, "You're nothing but a brain picker anyway." I said, well, if we can help the organization, you know, some people may be outside the fence and still have ideas. And I said, they're welcome to come on over. I said, the food's great, it's inexpensive, and they call it a steakhouse. But if you've seen charcoal broiler, it's not the fanciest in the world, but the food's sure good.
All right. Can you tell me what war or wars and maybe the most memorable experience you had while serving in the Air Force?
Well, I enlisted in the Air Force right out of high school, which was June of 1963, and I retired July of 1983. I tell people I started out my first duty assignment in December of 1963 holding a flashlight watching somebody work at Bergstrom Air Force Base. 20 years and 21 days later, I retired from Bergstrom Air Force Base, holding a flashlight, watching somebody else work. It was the first time they were training me, and the last time I was training someone else. My first volunteer assignment was on Air Force One. My shop chief says you can either volunteer or I'll have to assign you because you're the only qualified person that we have, or the only person with your qualification they're looking for. So I flew all over the world. I was stationed in Thailand, I was stationed in Okinawa, I've seen Hawaii, I've seen the Philippines, I was stationed in England, I was stationed in Washington State, Minnesota, Maine, Oklahoma in the 20 years that I was in. Enjoyed every minute of it. If I had it to do over, the only thing I would do different is I would make sure I got more education. I told my nephew was going in, and I said, this isn't a suggestion, this is you gotta do. That's keep your education up. Now he works with a government agency, spent 6 years in the Navy, and a government agency come along, and his captain was overly joyed with the opportunity of him going into government service, and so now he is working for them in organization outside the country.
I just want to thank you on behalf of myself personally, Dan Getz with Dance for One, and also actually Occupation Dallas. As of last night, I am a part of that grassroots movement, and I just want to thank you for your service. And I know anybody that walks over there and looks at the flags and looks at and talks to a few of the people that are the actual leaders, they will see the true recognition and the gratefulness for the military service that you guys provide us, and we thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.